Is Luke. I am going to do a quick demonstration of a multi-site project. So I'm a former project manager and actually managed a renewable energy program for commercial rooftop solar EPC, and we were the owner at the end of this process as well. So I'm in the Autodesk Construction Cloud. Autodesk Construction Cloud is meant to be one project uh, per ACC project. But what I'm going to attempt to do is actually build a multi-site project. When I was doing these installations, they were on the rooftops of big box retail companies. The retail companies didn't own any of this. We owned everything. We designed, we engineered, we financed, uh, procured, installed, commissioned, and then operated these assets on rooftops over a long period of time. So, what I originally did was I used the locations spreadsheet you see here on the left. And the way I grabbed that was over in ACC, I downloaded the template. That's the template that you see here. It has a couple of different tabs that show you examples on how to set things up. It gives you some examples. But that first tab that you see is the one that's going to be what is uploaded into this area, adding in project locations and sublocations. You can do this manually, but I'm using the spreadsheet method. The first way that I approached this, you'll see I had only populated these rows with just these store numbers. The store number was important. It was kind of part of the way that we spoke about these projects. You might have, you could see here Sacramento has two different stores, both with solar on the rooftops. So I included that store number as the barcode as well. But when I originally uploaded this file, I didn't put these areas. Uh, that's what I'm about to do in this demonstration. So the way that this project comes as a new project is there's nothing here. But I've already, before I started recording this demonstration, uploaded a version of the spreadsheet you see here on the left without the areas. So it looks like this, where if I come into my location breakdown, I have each one of these store locations, but then there's no sub location at each store. So I started thinking about, okay, when I was doing these projects, I needed to really only keep in mind a couple places on the project. There was the rooftop where all of the installation was happening. There was the electrical room where we would shut down the store overnight, and I would have to coordinate with the utility company to have them come out and actually shut power down. A lot of these stores didn't have an AC disconnect. For those of you that don't know, the AC disconnect just shuts down the power to the PV system, to the photovoltaic system itself, in the installation. But the store itself also uh, should have an AC disconnect where you can shut the entire store's electrical system down by pulling a breaker. Now, a lot of these stores were older and didn't have AC disconnects. So, the ones that had AC disconnects, those were easier. I didn't have to coordinate with the utility company. Um, but the ones that didn't, and actually the majority of them didn't have AC disconnects to shut down the store, we'd have to coordinate with the utility company. It was actually a really kind of painful process to work with utility companies and try to coordinate to have them come out overnight. We would have to, dr- procure dry ice, put those in the coolers to make sure that the coolers, did not drop below a certain temperature so that they didn't lose food. So, I'll do a different demonstration kind of talking about the checklisting process that we used throughout that process. Every time we did a shutdown, that was a whole process in and of itself. This demonstration is about locations, purely locations, and how do we set up multiple project locations inside of one single Autodesk Build, Autodesk Construction Cloud project. So again, I uploaded this, no sub locations, but then I thought about, AC disconnect, even a staging location, a staging area like in the parking lot where we would have, shipping containers, mobile minis dropped off where we would store equipment, and the subcontractors would have that sort of kind of field office setup. So those were really the only areas on these. Again, these were kind of cookie cutter installations of rooftop photovoltaic systems on top of retail stores. So I went and added in all of these sublocations for each store. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is saved. So I'll just hit save there. I've got that saved to my device. Now I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to re-import that Excel sheet so I can get the multi-project site location with site areas. So I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to upload it. You can see it's crossing out and deleting the previous location. So you can overwrite, if I already have a location structure in here, I believe as long as you don't have locations populated, this is a very empty project. I haven't, gone ahead and, put any information like issues or RFIs or assets and built those out yet. I haven't done that yet in this project. So I don't have any of these locations assigned to anything in the platform. Now I'll test that out afterwards just to make sure that, everything works smoothly. But right now we're gonna get rid of 40 locations. You can see here, I'm crossing out all of these locations, and then we're gonna rewrite everything that you see here. So the location structure is going to look like, we'll have a project, we'll have Watsonville got a project in here. The store number was 1143. We'll have a roof location at this store. We'll have an electrical room location at Watsonville, and we'll also have an AC disconnect location. It's going to be important for the fire department anyway, so I'm going to keep that in there. And then the staging area itself, which is really only going to be important during construction. But anyway, you can see every store in this will have that same location breakdown that I used this Excel sheet to populate. So let's go ahead and we'll import it. It'll tell me that I can't undo this. That's fine. This is what I want. So I'll hit continue. Perfect. So now I've got my initial project itself. Again, this multi-site project with multiple projects contained in it, and every location has the same store. This is a basic example of how you can approach setting up a project from a portfolio standpoint. Now, I'll do some more demonstrations where we can start to look at how do we dashboard this information, how do we set up and configure the project so that things like issues and RFIs have custom fields in them that include not only the location that we've included here, but also other critical information that is going to be important for all of the issues that happen on this project, the various projects, and then all of the assets that are maintained on the various projects. So thanks for checking this demonstration out. It is my intention to produce short videos like this that are very actually practical applications. We don't want to talk about features and functions from here's how it can how the platform works. I want to show you how you can use this platform in a configurable, flexible way to set up projects of all sorts. All right, so stick around, pay attention here to this channel, subscribe if you'd like, and I will continue to produce practical applications and really helpful videos for project managers, project administrators, construction professionals, and the like. So